Hello guys, we have 2016 Audi RS7 and we're doing the oil change. The oil change is pretty straightforward. I believe there's a engine undercover. I think one or two of these are missing. This is due to the customer driving way over too fast, I guess. And you can just go in this car, you just go straight to the oil pan. It's right here. And the bolt that you open is a Torx. It's a Star Torx. It's actually T40 right here. You just open the bolt, you drain the fluid, and then the oil filter is right next to it, the housing. This thing, you have to open this first to drain it, but I just skipped this step. It's just too much of a waste of a time, and I just go straight forward and open it. And this thing opens with this huge socket, and that socket is actually 32 millimeters right here. This is the filter. You just gotta be careful so you don't mess up yourself with the oil, because it's gonna try to spill on you. There we go. Yeah, it's a little bit of a mess, and the oil is really dark. But I guess since this is a performance vehicle, this is what happens with the oil. Or some people can say, well, maybe the oil was past 5,000 miles, but it's not. It's just this particular owner likes to drive this car fast. This is the new filter. This is the oil filter housing again. Make sure that you clean the oil filter housing with brake cleaner to make sure you don't have any leftover debris from the old oil. Sometimes it has like little metal particles that are left over because the filter stopped them in the way. This is the old filter. Kind of drain it a little bit. Remember, you have to change this seal here. It comes with the filter. The filter is Male OX1123. And this is the filter. This is what it looks like new. And this is the two seals. The small seal actually goes inside here in the drainage, but since I'm not going to open it, I'm not going to change it. This is the you take the old seal with a pick hook tool and then install the new seal. Make sure that it goes into the correct groove. before installing, you always have to treat it with a little bit of oil, just so that it goes in easily, doesn't try to get stuck in the aluminum housing. And the aluminum housing you clean with try to clean with some brake cleaner to get the stuff out. And this is where the O-ring goes in the first slot, not afterwards. It's in the first slot right here. And this thing, the filter just clips in. It has a base, it just clips in, and then you put some oil on the top O-ring, and then it gets installed. So this is it on this side. All we have left is to fill in the engine. Just a last thing, when you tighten this oil filter housing, you could probably measure it with a torque wrench to tighten, but this thing is a 25 Newton meter torque, and it's basically just when it stops, when it's ready to go and it stops, I just do a little tap. That's about maybe 10 to 20 Newton meters, and this is it. 25 Newton meters again if you want to use a torque wrench. Okay, now we're ready to put the oil back in, and this is the cap. I took the actual engine cover right here because we need to do some additional work to this car. And this we're gonna use is liquid moly, the liquid moly 540 right here. This car, I believe, takes about 8 liters, which is around 8.5 quarts, I believe. You gotta make sure that it's the proper oil, because I did it before and the several sources that we use are saying that it takes about 8.7 liters or 9.2 quarts, but that's too much. You're gonna overfill it, so I'm gonna stop at 7.5 liters, because I believe the actual amount is 8 liters. So I'm gonna stop at 7.5, and I'm gonna check inside with the car and see where it is. We already used 5 liters. Remember, these bottles are actually 5 liters. They're not in quarts because they're European, German. So we used 5 already, and I'm gonna use 2.5 to stop at 7.5 and then measure. So I'm gonna use this. We have already half here, so 1. So this is 2.5. I'm gonna stop at the first. Okay, so I'm gonna crank the car to measure the oil. And the way this goes is this car systems here, which is this button here. If I can make this button work. Oh yes, it's sticking hard. I'm assuming the customer has something. Here we go, we got stuck. He's got something going on. Maybe he leaked some coffee or whatever. And you go down to service control, and you go to oil level. Turned off. So the engine should be okay. It's kind of cold today, but I ran it for like a minute, so the new oil is in. And I'm gonna stop it. It's asking for no. Sorry, I shouldn't be pressing the pedal, the brake pedal. And now we're just gonna wait for this to show up. So in order to actually check your oil level, you have to get the engine a little bit warm, or actually to get to normal temperature, then shut it off. But at 7.5 liters, so we're gonna check again the oil level, because it wasn't doing it before when the engine was cold. So again, you press here, car system is this lower left button, goes to car system, then you go with the joystick, you go down to service control, then you go to oil level, and then you check. So at 7.5 liters, we're just above the minimum. So I'm going to leave this on actually, because this is very cool and very interesting fact that I discovered, that this actually sensor works. If you leave it on, you can monitor how much oil you're putting in the car. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna add half a liter more. So we're gonna add like half of this liter. We have like a liter left, and we're going to add half to get to 8 liters. Because I remember that 9 or 8.7 is what I was getting as information was too much or too high. So we're going to put just a little bit more. I'm going to check inside again. So it's about half, close to half, not exactly, but you see, this automatically goes up. It needs a little bit more. I always try to keep this at maximum level. So we're going to add about here. That's going to put us at 8 liters. Just a little bit more. Yeah, that's actually half, exactly half of it. And this will, let's see. Yeah, I think it should change a little bit if it didn't change already. Oh, there we go. It changed. So, yeah, here we have it. It's actually 8 liters. It's not 8.7. If you do 8.7, you're going to be over almost a quart. So again, it's 8 liters. And this is how you actually fill it in, and this is how you check it. Again, remember, the engine must be warm in order for the car to read this. So this is on this oil level checking. Thanks for watching and please subscribe.